Nice Ravens water bottle, Joe. Where'd you get that?
Oh, M&T Bank.
Neat. Hey, why'd Joe Flacco take his Ravens water bottle to the Grand Canyon?
Really, Dad?
He wanted to drink in the view.
Want your stainless steel Ravens water bottle? Get it with any new M&T personal checking account. You can also get the exclusive Ravens debit card. Rush to any M&T Bank branch or mtb.com/Ravens. M&T Bank, the official bank of your Baltimore Ravens. Offers subject to change and certain restrictions, conditions, and fees may apply. Ravens water bottle available while supplies last in Baltimore metropolitan area M&T Bank branches. Member FDIC.
Hi, I'm Stunning Stella Cheeks.
And I'm the Enigma Erin Klein.
And this is
Not Your Demographic,
a feminist wrestling podcast.
Shockingly, those exist.
Are you done eating your tomatoes?
No, but I will eat them quietly.
Like apples.
Yeah, I eat tomatoes like apples because that's how you're supposed to eat them. Also, you're supposed to eat all of an apple. The core is made up. It's all the same thing. Cut an apple in half and eat it like you would anything else.
What?
Yeah, the core is not real. If you cut an apple in half, there is no core. It's just an apple.
But it's got all the seeds. That's why people eat.
Yeah, they're
eat around it.
They're in the middle, but there's not actually like a core. You can eat the whole apple. You should eat the whole apple. It's actually super wasteful to not eat a whole apple.
What?
Yeah, absolutely. Eat it like top down.
Gross.
No, that's how you should eat an apple.
It feels gross, though.
Yeah, well, that's society telling you incorrectly to waste a bunch of food. That's all it is.
What cultures eat the whole apple?
Non-wasteful ones.
I've never heard of anybody eating a whole apple.
I eat the whole apple. It's not that weird.
Nick eats like whole lemons.
Oh, oh my god.
Like when we go out to drink, he eats the garnishes. Like the orange peel.
Sometimes I'll eat the garnish.
And the lemon peel. That's fucking gross.
I get it.
How are you?
I am good. I slowly crawling closer and closer to this wedding. I have the last of everything paid off. We had a snafu with the flower deliveries, and I got really frustrated about it and was like, you know what? Honestly, if this is the worst thing that happens, this would be an insane.
What was the snafu?
It was that the personal flowers, the bouquets and the boutonnieres.
I know what personals are.
Well, you do. I'm just explaining for everyone else. It's not just us, you know. They could be delivered at noon, but all of the centerpieces couldn't be delivered until 4, but they're the same company, so we would get charged an extra $150 to have them delivered in 2 separate payments. So I was really frustrated about it, and in the end I was like,
why didn't you just arrange to pick up the personals and then have them only have one delivery?
They are only having one delivery. Our venue person called us, and I think we're getting married on a Friday, and so I think they were planning for a Saturday where the room would be used beforehand, right. But that won't happen on a Friday. And so our venue person called us and was like, whatever, just have them all dropped off at noon. It doesn't matter. So it was very frustrating in the moment, but we moved past it. It was fine. I saw a movie on Saturday. It was a German language thriller at an international film festival, NBD. We went to this premiere, Michael and I did, and it was so good that it gave me a panic attack, and I had to leave in the middle of it.
Because it was so scary?
It was just there was this music and this slightly off from the beat of the music heartbeat behind it, and it just triggered a panic attack. I started shaking, and I felt really nauseous. My hands went numb, and I was like, I'm gonna fucking pass out. Michael was like, oh shit, we need to get out of here. The director, producer, and star of the movie were sitting right behind us, and I was like, I have to leave. Michael was like, honestly, they're probably thrilled that you were so frightened you had to leave. I was like, I know you're right, but I'm embarrassed about it. It was a really good movie. It's called Four Hands. I would absolutely recommend it. It literally frightened me into a panic attack. It was very good.
No.
It was excellent. And then I went to Global Wars on Sunday.
Oh, that's right.
Was
when you texted Even ROH, because I asked you what wrestling you watch, and you said Even ROH, and I was like, what? And now that makes more sense.
I made Michael watch the show before. Yeah, he was like, I don't really care, and I was like, I don't really care either, but I kind of want to know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So I also watched that. But yeah, I went to Global Wars. It was super fun.
What is your favorite match?
Honestly, I think Colt Cabana and Toru Yano was the best match. It was fucking great. It was the best comedy match I've ever seen.
I mean, they're both hilarious.
And, like, I know I'm biased because I love Colt Cabana. Michael hates Colt Cabana.
We're all biased, though.
Yeah.
On like, the matches that we like because of the people that we like.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
part of liking something.
That's part of liking somebody. But, like, Michael hates Colt Cabana. He's like, he's irritating. I don't get it. I don't understand. And we left and he was like, I think that was my favorite match. And I was like, yes, I knew it! I knew this match was good! It was just so... They had great chemistry and they had, like, choreographed this great match. It was, like, in the perfect place in the show. It was just very, very good.
I plan on still watching Global Wars. I just haven't. I felt very apathetic towards wrestling this week, so I, like, binged what I needed to watch. And, like, to be honest, spoiler alert to how my week went, I watched wrestling in quotes while fucking around on Pinterest.
Fair. We'll get to why. It's fine. I have one. I don't want to, like, spoil anything else about Global Wars, but I'm going to spoil one thing.
Oh, I don't care about
Okay.
ROH spoilers because
Okay.
it's like, whatever.
First of all, we met Suzuki, who is frightening, and
Michael was like, yeah, this is why I came.
literally why. Yeah, we waited and we literally got all the way up until, like, 20 people away from the meet and greet, and they were like, Kenny Omega's line is full. And we were like, that's literally why we're here. It was so disappointing. But because we showed up, like, 20 minutes later than we were originally planning, we were in line behind all these people, and I see this guy ahead of us, and he's in, like, a t-shirt and this American flag striped mask. Spoiler, if you've seen the show, you know where this story is going. So there's this guy wearing this mask in front of us. In line with everyone, is out with us until, like, the doors are long past supposed to have been open. In line the whole time, and Michael and I are looking at this guy like, he has this big green sign. And we were like, who's this fucking loser? What the hell is this? What is going on? Whatever. La la la, marks. There were, like, Bullet Club fans all around us. He's wearing a Bullet Club shirt. And so we're watching this guy and we're like, whatever. And so we hang out, we finally get in, we get into the Kenny Omega line and into the, like, meet and greet line. We look behind us, we see the guy behind us in line, and we're like, talking about this guy. Like, he's the only person wearing a mask. What does it take to, like, go to a show and wear a mask and be committed to us? We're like, we are, like, focused on this person. And so he gets into line behind us. He's, like, all the way around the stairwell down, so he's, like, directly across from us. And he starts banging Kenny Omega's, the Terminator thing on the table, like, trying to get everyone hyped. Everyone's looking around like, what the fuck is this dude doing? What is going on? Michael and I are like, this is super weird. We hear Kenny Omega isn't going to be able to take any more people. I think he gets out of line then. I like, totally lost track of him. The guys behind me, I hear them say, that's really weird that dude is married. Like, he's wearing a wedding ring. It's really strange. Like, who the fuck would marry this dude? So this is, like, a thing we're all aware of. We get to the meet and greet. We meet Suzuki. He's super great. He has no more 8x10s available. He's like, I have nothing to sign for you. And we're like, that's fine. Can we just give you money and take our picture? That would be great. He, like, laughed at one point and was like, I'm supposed to be serious. We have this, like, great photo of him laughing. I was like, you're the best. We met the Young Bucks.
Like, I'm scary. That's
I know.
my whole
He was
thing.
like, I have to be scary. We met the Young Bucks. They were great. They were so nice. Like, so
I mean, that's
nice.
their whole thing, right? That, like, they're the nicest
They're
people.
the fucking nicest dudes, and, like, made eye contact and, like, shook my hand twice. I was like, you guys are the fucking best. They were wonderful. Okay, so we get to our seats. Directly across from us is this dude in the striped mask. I immediately notice him, and I'm like, what the fuck how is he, like, right here? I can't believe we can see this dude again. He's got this big sign, he's waving it around. And we were like, this is so irritating. Whatever, we'll just ignore him. It'll be fine. They get into it. Cody Rhodes comes in. He's like, I'm the champion. This is the best. Someone's got to kiss the ring. Somebody refuses to kiss the ring. And he's like, who is it? This guy gets up. He's got this big sign. He's freaking out.
What's the sign say?
It's like, I love the Bullet Club or some bullshit. And he's like freaking out. And I was like, oh my God, it's going to be this fucking mark. I can't even fucking believe this. Cody Rhodes goes out. He gets this fucking mark in the mask. We were like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. It's this fucking dude again. He gets to go into the ring, falls over the ropes, and I was like, something's not right here. He fell like the ref in the elaborate entrance of Chad Deity.
Oh,
and I
okay.
was like, something's not right here.
Something is weird here.
Something's real weird here. And he gets up, and Michael goes, he's really fucking tall. And I was like, yeah, it's almost like he's someone. And I turned to look at Michael, and he goes, he is someone. He just took his mask off. And it was fucking Dalton Castle. And he had been in line the whole fucking time.
You should have known because of his teeny tiny hand.
That's what guys behind us were like, I can't believe someone would marry this dude. And I was like, fucking Dalton Castle is married and where's that ring? That's probably what they were noticing. This motherfucker either waited in line for hours.
He probably thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, probably thought it was. I was wearing my Dalton Castle shirt. It was just like, la la la.
Celebrities do that at like big conventions all the time, where they're like, "I'm in this weird Iron Man suit, and you don't know that I am actually
It was
Iron
weird
Man."
because I was like, I don't remember looking at him and being like, this dude is particularly bulky, and he wasn't wearing a jacket or anything. So he either had someone stand in line as a double for him, and then like swapped out at the merch table, or stood in line this whole time. Either one is like super baller. And it was so weird that we were just in the perfect place all night to see him going in, and then be like, oh fuck. We were just next to him the whole night and had no fucking clue that it was him. It was so bizarre, and I was so pleased. It was like right away too. It was great. I was so happy about it. So it was like
so fun.
That was like the peak moment for me, I think, for that show.
Like,
Because it was
Dalton.
just like, yeah, it was just weird to be like, this is amazing. He's so great. I love him. And to have like, we met him at that show that we went to, and to like know
Boys'
that
Night Out.
Yeah, and to like know that he was an actor before. It's like, oh yeah, he's probably that. Absolutely unsurprised that that's a thing that he would do. It was just really great. But
really
the
funny.
whole show was great. It was great to see Kenny Omega. He also seemed like the nicest fucking person on the planet. It was wonderful. Okay, tell everyone about how wonderful your week was.
I mean, everybody already knows. I got engaged.
I'm so happy for you guys.
Yeah. I have a very pretty ring.
It's beautiful.
I got engaged. We're getting married.
Yay!
I no longer have to be the only one.
Whatever.
Yeah.
You were the youngest out of me and Emily.
That is true.
So it's
Good reminder.
Yeah.
But we also have been together for 5 years. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, appropriate amount of time.
Yeah. That's Mike and I've been together.
We do these
Good
like
time.
mini vacations where, because like, you know, taking a long vacation is expensive and you have to take a ton of time off of work. So we like do these pop-up mini vacations, and we'll go to somewhere that we can drive, and we'll get a really nice hotel room because we're saving on like airfare and stuff. So we decided to go to Detroit because Nick found a deal, quote unquote, on this really cool new hotel, quote unquote. He did not. I even asked him later. I was like, "Did you find a deal?" And he was like, "No, that was super expensive." It was It was an old fire. It is an old fire station in Detroit
cool.
that they turned into this very like industrial modern hotel.
Cool.
It's the coolest hotel room I've ever been in. Like exposed brick, like cool lighting. Like
yes.
It was awesome. But yeah, I am engaged.
Yay!
Also, I have been freaking out about wearing this ring. So Nick also bought me Kalos, which are the like silicone like CrossFit rings.
That's what Michael's literal wedding ring is.
Yeah.
It's just a purple silicone ring. We did practice putting it on the other day.
It's hard.
I was
you
like,
have to like roll it on. Yeah, so I've been wearing I got my Kalos today, so I'm wearing that at work.
Smart.
And then, because it's a little big, and like within like a couple hours of getting it, I like accidentally threw it on the ground and we almost lost it.
Yep.
I insured it. It's insured.
Yeah. Jealous.
But now we're planning a wedding, I guess. It's been like, well, it's funny because like we've already talked about a bunch of stuff, but like we've been together for so long that we have talked about this stuff before getting engaged.
Literally, if you haven't, you probably shouldn't be getting married.
Right, but it's
like,
funny that we're like already talking about stuff and like making decisions. Like we've decided, because we're gonna have an 18-month engagement, because I wanted a longer engagement, just because like I did not feel like planning a wedding in a year.
Yeah, we did about a
fuck
year
that.
and a half, and it like 16 months. The right amount of time.
Right, and we're kind of bougie, so it gives us time to like save.
Bougie.
Well, the median average for like a wedding in Chicago is $50,000.
I know. You told me that, and I was like, oh.
That's just like the average.
I know, and I am balancing that average out on the way underside of that. So
But
imagine,
still a lot.
yeah, I know. Like, my wedding will probably be about $25,000.
Yeah.
It's expensive as fuck
So
to get
we're
married.
like saving money,
Not to get
and
married, to have a wedding.
to have a wedding,
To have a wedding.
to have a wedding.
Important correction.
But yeah, so we've like already talked about stuff, and I did have like a stressed out moment, and I was like, it's like day 3.
I know, right?
I really gotta calm
immediately
down.
turn on.
Well, it's hard because like I love to plan things, and it's hard for me. Like it's gonna be hard for me to, even though I want the long engagement, to plan slowly.
Yes.
But we're going to
to do everything at once.
Yeah, I know. We're gonna lock down the wedding within the next, or the wedding venue within the next month or two, and then do everything else slowly.
Smart. Absolutely.
Just because like we probably know which one we want. We're touring like 5, but we kind of know which one we want, because, like, it's my dream wedding venue, and I also took him to, like, a cocktail event there, and he was like, this place is fucking cool, and I was like, I know, and I'm showing him a wide variety of venues, and be like, we can talk about it, I will show you a wide variety, but, like, it's probably gonna be this place.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Unless some other place hits you with, like, an incredible deal.
There is a newer venue that's by us, and I forgot about it, my friend told me about it, I was like, oh yeah, that fucking place just opened up, and it's really cool. But they have kind of a low guest count, like, max.
That is kind of good, though. Like,
yeah, but
especially if you want to have a bougie wedding, you can, like, spend more extravagantly if you have a smaller guest list.
But it's hard.
I know.
It's not family. It's, like, I have my hands in so many different, like, pots that I, like, have all these different circles of friends.
Yeah.
So it's hard to be like, buck.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yep. I ran into that because I have a big family, and I did, like... My mom literally said to me, the people you kick off first are your friends. And I was like, you fuck yourself. That's ridiculous. I think the fuck not.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we'll probably aim for, like, a third our family or the people our parents want to invite, and, like, a third my people and a third Nick's people. And obviously there's, like, crossover in our people, but, like, roughly.
Mm-hmm. That's about what we did as well. That's smart. Have you guys picked a date yet?
We know a month.
Okay.
So we're going to do it in May 2019 because Nick's one thing was, I don't want to sweat. And I was like, okay, so that means the summer months are out, and fall I feel like it's, like, way more touch and go with heat than spring does. Spring is more likely to be cooler or, like, rainy, and that's fine. Yeah. Like, all of our wedding venues are inside because we don't want to fuck around with outside stuff.
Are you doing your wedding ceremony in the same place?
Yeah.
Thank God. Okay, great.
Yeah, fuck
Fantastic.
that.
Fantastic.
No, fuck that.
Great.
Yeah, so, and, like, I already have all these Pinterest boards made, and, like, Nick knew about them. We would put pins on them together and stuff. So, like, I sent it to my parents and his mom, like, you know, if you want to see, like, kind of what, like, we look at. And it's funny because his mom is doing this thing that is driving me insane. And I even texted it to him, and he was like, is this something that we need to address? And I was like, no.
Yes.
No. It's I'm not going to get in a fight over Pinterest. Like, that's so stupid. She is a little bit older and doesn't really understand how Pinterest works, so she thinks that she's liking my pins, and she's just repinning them on the same board, and I'm like, oh god, then it's just on there twice, and I keep a very clean Pinterest. It's very stressful, so I've just been deleting my original pin and leaving hers.
Oh, okay.
So it's fine.
That's a good response to that.
It doesn't actually bother me, but it's just funny, like, I'll get a notification that's like, Patty's added a pin, and I'm like, did she add a pin, or did she just repost my pin?
No, she just reposted your pin. You just always know that.
Yeah. So it's fine. Like, that, if that's, like, knock on wood, that's the most stressful thing that happens in the next 18 months.
Right?
And it's just like Pinterest annoyance.
Honestly,
teaching old people how to use Pinterest.
Being, like, 3 weeks out, I feel like I'm really glad that the most stressful stuff for our wedding happened at the very beginning.
Yeah.
In, like, the guest count and the, like, planning the guest list. Like, that was the most stressful, and I'm glad that ended so long ago. Yeah. Like, it feels like fucking yesterday, but honestly, like, if your hardest stuff is gonna happen at the very beginning, like, thank it fucking God.
It's really nice that he proposed in Detroit because my family's in Michigan, so we could, like, swing by, and I have this great grandmother who's very old, and sadly it will be a fucking, like, medical miracle if she's alive in 2019. But we got to see her and show her the ring, and she was so cute about it, and she's like, you know, you're the first one that's seen, like, the first family member that's seen in person, and she was, like, so happy, and it was, like, it was really cute. So I'm, like, I'm so grateful that we got to, like, see her, and then, you know, see my mom. My mom made me, because we went to Schuler's Cafe, which is attached to the bookstore. She was like, well, after lunch, we need to buy some wedding books, and I was like, Mom, it's day 2. So she bought all these wedding books for me, and I was like, Mom, we got 18 months.
That's what happens. Like, that.
I am her only kid, too, though.
Yeah.
And for a long time, because before I started dating Nick, I was militantly against marriage. I had like several books that were like the case against marriage, or like why marriage is like bullshit, for like my gender studies degree. And then, like, honestly, when the first, like, month of me dating Nick, I was like, I don't know, I feel like maybe I could marry this person.
Yep.
It's so stupid, because in many ways we're so non-traditional, and we live a non-traditional life, but in other ways we're like, but also, like, I want to get that fucking health insurance.
Literally why we're getting married.
That's not literally why we're getting married, but, like, 2019, give me that insurance, please.
Yeah, that's a big part of it.
Yeah.
I mean, Michael's going to grad school. And so
Well, that was the whole reason why I was, like, militantly against marriage, too, because I was like, it's fucked up that it makes you more of a citizen, and it's like, if
yeah,
people,
it is fucked up, but
so
I want
fucked up.
those benefits.
But yeah, but it's like, it is fucked up, but then I'm like, yeah, but I'm in a position where I could, and I do want them, and I do love my partner, and I want to, like, be with my partner forever and whatever.
Oh, absolutely.
But, like...
But also, give me that health insurance.
But when you're 19 and you're like, oh, marriage is a sham, it's an institution of the state, and blah, 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 and like, yes, it is.
Yeah, it totally fucking is. 1000% is.
You had health insurance on your mom's thing.
Right?
Also, again, I'm not only getting married for health insurance, like, I'm happy to be with him, and like,
obviously,
whatever. It's just like,
whatever.
You know, it's funny,
functionally,
like, it's funny.
Nothing will change.
Yes.
You'll just get to the other side and get all these extra benefits you didn't get before.
It's
and a bunch of
funny.
fucking tax credits.
Right.
Like, I need those tax credits. I'm very poor. I need that shit.
It's like it's a weird, like, it's fucking weird.
It's super weird.
Yeah. So there's that.
Well, yay. I'm glad to be almost done with my wedding so that I can just talk to you about your wedding and not have to be as stressed about my own wedding.
I don't have to be stressed. I'm not even asking people to be in my party until, like, December or January, because, like, it's me, so I want to do something cute for it, so I have to wait and, like, figure it out. Because everything has to be a production.
Mm-hmm. That's fine.
Yeah, because you benefit from it.
I fucking totally do. Whatever. I thought of a very, like, labor-intensive gift for all of my bridal party, like, of course, 3 weeks before the fucking wedding. And I already finished it. I was like, I am committed to doing this thing. And it involves, like, planning people to put things, because the flowers are being delivered at a time. I was like, no, I have to do this thing, and I have
to do this whole thing.
It's a production.
Yeah,
it's like the only production thing that I'm doing. I forgot to order my cake. I talked about this on Twitter, but I forgot to order my cake because I'm bride chilla. I guess that's my
bride chilla.
That's my mom has been calling me. I was like, whatever. I don't give a fuck. Because I am. It's true. Sort of.
I'm gonna be like bride Milla, like militant. Me like, here's how the wedding industry works, and here are the rules.
Yeah. You will give me instructions, and I will follow them.
Like,
and
never talk to my planner. Never talk to her.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Literally never. That's how it works. Just send me a link to what kind of dress I need to buy. That's really all I.
Really all you have to do.
That's really all I need to know. Tell me when to show up and where, and that's like my whole life anyway.
Once I figure it out, I'll let you know.
Very good at that. We've talked about no wrestling yet. We've been talking
we talked about Dawn Castle.
Oh, that's true. We did talk
I thought about that. I was like, it's 21 minutes in. Who cares? I was so apathetic about wrestling this week. I don't even want to talk about wrestling.
Right.
Just turn this into
this
a
is
wedding
now
podcast.
the wedding podcast.
Erin and Stella get married.
Yeah. Oh, so exciting. Update. Still haven't read my speech.
Update. I have 3 lines of my speech.
Oh, fine.
I know. I
More than I
had
have
to
read.
check. I texted you and I was like, can I swear? Can I use the swear, I think is what I
You did say
texted.
use a swear.
I'm only going to use one, I think.
I don't care. It doesn't
It's not even
matter.
a bad one. It's just ass.
I don't even care. It
It's my
doesn't
closing
even matter to
line,
me. Okay,
so.
that's fine. I don't care. I'm just so I'm at this point now that my bachelorette party's this weekend. I'm like, I get to the other side of the bachelorette party and then I'm just ready to be done. Okay, what wrestling shirt are you wearing?
I'm wearing my Asuka Empress of Tomorrow shirt.
I like that shirt. I have that same one.
It's covered in sweat.
Did you work out in
I
that
did.
shirt? All right, that's good.
So my mom called me halfway through and I was almost done and I was like, I'm at the gym, so I guess I'm just going to talk to you and do squats. And then we just talked about the wedding while I did squats.
Legit. It's a good way to live your life.
Yeah. I guess. So stupid. Mm-hmm. What wrestling shirt are you wearing?
I'm wearing my Tyler Breeze Take a Selfie, It'll Last Longer shirt. It's one of his only original NXT shirt. Actually, I think he did have 2.
Yeah, he did have 2.
I've turned it
one
into a
said
tank top.
poser on it.
Oh, yes, that's right. This one on the back says, half man, all model, which I think is hilarious.
It's one of the lines in his song.
I love it. I think it's so good.
Man, all model. Is this what you want? I've listened to that song a lot.
I love him. And I love the Fashion Files so much.
I love that Tyler Breeze's wig is always fucked up.
I love that he just earnestly cross-dresses. It's like not weird. He just does it.
Yeah.
It's a thing that he does.
But he's not great at it.
Yeah, like but he's not like, this is my life and this is who I am as a person and so I need to commit to this. It's more like, I need to wear these because I feel good in this like sloppy lady costume. Like I'm here to support that. I like it a
Breezy
lot.
Bella was the cleanest one. Everyone else has been just like a mess.
Yeah. True, that's true. The Scully one was really good.
That's true.
The red wig kind of looks good on everybody. It's hard to look askance in a red wig, I guess.
What? That is not true.
Well, like a burgundy wig.
Ugh. You have interesting, like, color theory opinions.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. You are terrible at dressing yourself.
That's pretty... I mean, I look fine today, but that's because I put...
Because you're in workout clothes.
Exactly.
Everybody looks the same in workout clothes.
That's not true. Some people look horrific in workout clothes.
News.
News.
Nikki Bella did great this week.
Yes, I heard.
She got her highest score. She got 3 9s.
That's super exciting. Good for her.
It was all Disney themed. It was miserable.
I'm sure you hated
I
it.
really did. I really did. I tried to, like, be a good sport about it, and I was like... Because they had all these, like, interludes. Because, like, with dancing shows, like, So You Think You Can Dance to This, too, like, as the competition gets thinner, they still have 2 hours to fill, so they have all these, like, interludes. And all the interludes were all these fucking Disney mascots just dancing around being dumb.
Yeah. I can see how you would not enjoy that.
Yeah. I just watched most of it on Fast Forward.
That's fine.
Neville...
That's okay.
There are no official news, but it seems like he, like, for realsies left.
Yeah. He apparently has been miserable since January, which is, like, it's bizarre to think that somebody who has held this, like, crazy long streak could still just be, like, totally
And was
fucking
doing
miserable.
a really good job, but,
Yeah.
like, not necessarily because anybody helped him with it. He was just being good.
Also, I feel like the whole thing was that his gimmick was that he was like a miserable, angry troll all the time, and so maybe some of that was more true than we realized.
Yes. Did you see
Kinda
the
feels that way.
Did you see the Chris Jericho statement where Jericho was
No.
like, he basically was like, yeah, I get it. Like, he's very talented. He's really, like, smart. If I was him, I would feel the same. Like,
Ooh, I did not see that.
I love that Jericho's like, I am untouchable.
Right? What are you gonna do? Fire me?
I love it. He doesn't give a fuck.
No, he does not give a fuck. He's like, I would
But
be
he's
in
not
Fozzy
disrespectful.
forever. No, he's
just
is-
like speaking honestly because he has the luxury of doing that.
Right, exactly. He's been around long enough that, like, literally they can't
Right.
fire him. There's
Yeah.
just no way they're
And
ever
if they
gonna do
did, he
that.
would be like, whatever.
Right.
I'm Chris Jericho. I don't give a
I'm Chris
fuck.
Jericho. I'll tour with my dumb band, or I'll go to the Indies and make $1 million. Like,
Or I'll just chill because I'm Chris Jericho and I don't need to do anything.
absolutely true.
I just
1000%
chill with
real.
my podcast money.
Yeah, true. That's absolutely true. That's why Stone Cold no longer has a Legends contract. He's like, I make so much money from my podcast, I don't need to ever work with you ever again. Like,
Why
yeah,
would he?
Get it?
You have to deal with all the machine that you dealt with for so long.
Right?
Like,
That fucking ruined your brain and your body. Yeah, I can see how people want to get out of that.
Yeah. Also, I think there's rumors that Nia walked out too.
Yes. Apparently Nia has been really unhappy about her pay and that she wanted the match with Asuka and they gave it to Emma and she was like, this is bullshit. And I don't blame her at all. I think that it's totally legit that she's like, it sucks that they bill her as an unstoppable monster and then just do fucking nothing with her.
Yeah.
Like, and she has other things that she can do outside of wrestling. So even if they are like, I'm just gonna let your contract expire, you can't wrestle anywhere else, who gives a fuck? Like,
Yeah.
she doesn't need to wrestle. She could 1000% get signed
Also,
with the Rock's
she's
company.
gonna get that Total Divas e-money.
Absolutely.
I don't know
yeah.
how much that is. It's probably not that much.
But it's enough.
Yeah.
It's enough sizable money that she can, like, live comfortably if she doesn't continue working at WWE for a minute. Like,
yeah.
they're fucking wasting her. I don't blame her for wanting to leave.
I mean, selfishly, like, I do think that the Asuka and Emma match will be much better. And
Oh, absolutely. But it's, like, part of it...
But I get it.
Yeah, it means that I'm very torn because they have done
nothing
shit
with Emma. and
Not
they're
shit
finally
with
doing
Emma,
that.
yeah.
But they can't
so
push
it's-
more than one person, it seems like.
Yeah, absolutely. And so it's bizarre because we're getting 3 women's matches on this card, which seems fucking insane. But at the same time, it's like, it's the same people, it feels like. And so it can be very
Well, it is
frustrating.
and it's not. I mean,
yeah,
Asuka
exactly.
is
It's
literally
weird.
new. And
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's hard because if you watch NXT, then
Yeah,
no.
but like Asuka's new
Yeah,
to this,
to
and
this
Emma
roster.
hasn't
That's
had a
true.
pay-per-view match in like for fucking ever.
Yeah, that's true.
Alexa's the champ, so she's got to be there.
Yeah. And it doesn't feel like we haven't seen Mickey in a long time.
Yeah.
I guess that's true. It's weird because I
And we
feel
haven't
like...
seen Foxy in a long time.
That's true. That's a good point.
So like Nia is getting like a shitty hand, but like the 3 women's matches have
True.
at least one person that like
That's a really good point.
all of those people are probably gonna lose, but still.
They're fucking all definitely gonna lose. Are you kidding? Actually, that's not true. I feel like Mickey might win.
Yeah, Mickey could win.
Mickey could win. It would be very... I can 1000% see Asuka beating Emma, Mickey beating Alexa, and then Asuka being like, bitch, I beat you once. Congratulations on 7. Goodbye. Like,
goodbye.
And I feel like that would be better too, because then Asuka doesn't beat Alexa, and Alexa can chase Asuka in a way that feels more legitimate.
Or Sasha can chase Asuka, because Sasha and Asuka haven't
never had a match. It would feel fresh, and Sasha hasn't felt fresh in a really long time, and like she fucking needs that.
I still love Sasha.
I still love Sasha too. I think
she's
great.
on the back of the 2K18 thing.
Really? I didn't know
she's
that.
on the back.
She was the shirt that you were wearing on the episode that I couldn't remember, the number 7 where we did the questions originally.
Oh.
That was the shirt that
you nailed it.
I nailed it. Several episodes later. I fucking finally remembered. Yes.
Yeah, I got a gift in the mail. My dad had like pre-ordered that for me and sent it to me. So
cool.
I get the Kurt Angle like download too. I was like, this is really nice, Dad. And he goes, I even paid for the warranty. And I was like, this is so unlike you. Thank you so much.
That's so great. Wrestling.
Yeah, wrestling has brought me and my father closer together.
Mm-hmm. I have a cousin that we hated each other for like decades, since childhood basically. And we found out that we both liked wrestling, and like the last 3-4 years have been like really good friends. She'll just like message me and be like, tell me all of your thoughts about these people. She got me for Secret Santa and got me that Dean shirt I really like.
That's right. I remember that.
It brings people closer together who you feel like you might have nothing in common with.
Do you know what also brings people together? Meningitis.
What?
Because Bray and Bo and JoJo all have meningitis.
Oh, you mean they have a divorce deposition that they're all being called to?
I thought they all had meningitis. That's not what it is.
No.
I don't know.
JoJo's mom was like, she's not sick. That's not what's happening.
Okay, then give me the tea, because I was like, this is gross. Why are we saying they have meningitis?
Because it's much like when you call into work and you want to say something gross, but you don't want to have to talk about it.
Meningitis, you can be out of work for like 6 months. Yeah. They should have chose something else.
My dad got meningitis when he had fucking West Nile. Like, it's a for real serious thing.
Something else.
Like, it's a fucking weird thing to just throw out there. But I don't have any inside information. But the fact that Bray, his brother, and the woman he allegedly had an affair with are all mysteriously missing at the same time, that Bray is also going through a divorce, this feels very much like they all got called to a divorce deposition. And it makes sense that WWE would be kind of shady about it. Like, they don't want to say that. Why would you say that? So it makes sense to give out, like, they're all very ill.
They're all dying.
We're quarantining them so they don't get the other people on the roster sick. And, like, Tom Phillips is also out right now and may be connected to this as well. Who the fuck knows what secrets are in his DM box? God only fucking knows. But, like, he could also be sick, and they were like, latch onto that. He's sick. They're all sick. It's all spreading. They're
all dying.
So, I don't know. Allegedly. I don't know. I have absolutely no proof of this, but it feels very much like they're all at a divorce deposition, so
this is your theory.
Well, I also have, like, a lot of family members who have been divorced and who have gone through this stuff, and, like, you kind of can't get out of it, and it's a weird coincidence that all 3 of them are out at the same time. So it's my personal conspiracy theory, but I kind of honestly believe that's what's happening. It's very really bizarre that it would happen just, like, totally out of nowhere. Like, oh yeah, by the way, they all have meningitis. Like, oh, okay, wink, wink, sure, Jan, I believe you.
Meningitis is very contagious.
It's very serious.
You're gonna feel bad when they're all, like, really sick.
No, I think that Bray's getting divorced.
No, I will not feel bad.
I won't feel bad.
Don't feel bad for things.
No. No.
I didn't watch Total Bellas because that show stresses me out now. That one prank episode, I was like,
hate JJ.
It's no Total Divas.
He's terrible. He ruins that show.
He does.
I watched the latest episode. I watched the one from last night. It's whatever. I don't know. It's weird to watch Nikki's doctor tell her she can't wrestle anymore. That was, like, very bizarre. It's weird because I feel like that prank episode was so contrived.
Off-putting?
Yeah, it was like
and so fake, so reality TV. And so it was very weird to then see Nikki be, like, really real about the fact that, like, real.
I like can't.
I'm Nikki Bella and I'm real.
It was very weird. It was also weird to see her doctor be like, do you really like it that much? And she was like, yeah, I love wrestling. Like, oh, that's really sad. And it was interesting to watch her and Dan O'Brien talk about it, where, like,
He was like, welcome to my life.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, it really sucks to not be able to do this thing that you love and have to, and then like showed some of his retirement speech, and I was like, oh yeah.
Did you cry?
I did not cry this time. I mean, I obviously cried when it happened, but it was just like really sad. Like it sucks that it feels like she's definitely coming back at some point, but it's weird to be like, this is 2 weeks before WrestleMania, and it was weird to watch them talk about like, is John gonna propose, and like, did he really not tell you that he was going to do this? That seems so
your
ridiculous.
Reaction was not that surprised.
No.
I started hysterically laughing when I got proposed to.
I didn't actually get proposed to. I yelled at my fiance and was like, we're engaged. Let's get real about this. That's actually what happened.
It's really funny. I did not watch Ultima Lucha from last night, but I did watch the one from last week.
Yes.
So that opened with Taya versus Sexy Star. So hard to watch Sexy Star.
It was really difficult for me to watch this.
In a last Luchadora standing match.
I knew that Sexy Star was going to win.
And I thought she was going to lose because she was leaving.
No, I know that Vampiro has like a hard-on for her, and I knew she was going to fucking win. And so I, like, as soon as I realized that's what was happening, I just, like, really checked out. It was hard to pay attention.
They beat the shit out of each other. They just, like, chopped each other for, like, 15 minutes. Both their chests were, like, raw.
I know, and I just was like, I just don't care about this. I just... Fuck Sexy Star. I'm so disengaged from her work now.
Well, at least she won't be back.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I found it really distracting how much Vampiro and Matt Striker were trying to, like, make it a point that they're not sexist douchebags. They were like,
yeah.
They're not just women writing, they're they're not just women wrestling, they're warriors. And, this is, like... They're two of the best wrestlers, period. They just kept, like, emphasizing, like, they called out PW Girl Gang, and they were like, this is a real match. It's not just hot ladies. We get it. We're totally in the know.
I didn't even notice that. I'm not even gonna lie.
It was so distracting to me. I was just like, shut up, we get it. We get it. We
gross.
Get it. So ridiculous.
Super ridiculous. That's dumb.
I
wish I
that
could
one
have
was
enjoyed
just
it.
me too.
It kind of felt like a throwaway for me. I didn't really care about it at all.
Yeah, that sucks.
I know,
because
it
Taya's
does
so
suck.
great.
I love Taya, but I just
and they
Sexy
did
Star.
beat the shit out of each other. They threw each other through tables, that like double table.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They both went through at the end and into chairs. They went all through the like fans. Like it was a good match. It's just like hard because fuck Sexy Star.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm.
It's hard to watch a match when you hate somebody.
Yeah, and there's all this like, oh, well, you shouldn't then read about people's personal lives. Like, no, maybe
it happened in the middle of a wrestling ring.
Yeah, like maybe we shouldn't support people who fucking suck.
Also, the shit that she did happened in the middle of a wrestling ring in front of everybody.
Exactly.
It's not like it was a secret.
Exactly. So I feel like it's just the idea that we should just be blind to this shit is so stupid. Like,
really
yeah,
dumb.
like. You can like people who are problematic as long as you are honest and critical about why it is that you're willing to look past that. Like, you can say to yourself, like, it's more important to me to like this movie than to care about...
I feel that way a lot with AJ Styles. Like, he's literally phenomenal and is probably...
super homophobic.
Yeah, well, he is super homophobic, but I was going to say he's probably the best... or one of the best, if not the best wrestler in the world. Like, it's hard to not like AJ Styles as a wrestling fan.
And how do you
But
look
he's
past,
also, like, a homophobe.
Also, how do you look past, like, John Cena has severe unchecked OCD and is kind of a fucking douchebag, but is one of the best wrestlers alive and maybe of all time. And, like...
in a very specific way.
Yeah, and so it's... Well, he's the best... Oh, I will retract that.
He's the best sports entertainer?
Yes, he's the best sports entertainer. He understands how to move a crowd. He understands how television works. Like, he's really good at that. But it's because he has this fucked up personality. And, like, I think he's a good person overall. And I think AJ Styles is probably a good person overall. It doesn't make these things that they do and say and believe any better. Like, you still have to be critical about that kind of stuff. But also, like, you can like, be an irredeemable douchebag, like Sexy Star.
Or like,
fuck that dude. Fuck that dude. I feel like every other goddamn week he shows up in my timeline on Twitter and I'm like, what did this fucking human thumbtack have to say? I don't even give a fuck.
Man,
like,
he really should have just
him.
Like stayed in WWE because his life has really gone down.
Oh my god.
He should have been one of the guys.
Does he even wrestle anymore?
Does he even do anything?
He is garbage.
Who listens to his like weird podcasts?
People who want to laugh at him for being so stupid. I don't know. I don't know anyone who actually likes him. It's really fucking weird.
Fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy. Oh, God. Ugh.
The second match was the Trios Championship match against the Dragon Brood and the Mac, Killshot, and Dante Fox. I love the acting in this one. Because, like, Dante Fox and Killshot had gone through this brutal, one of the most insane matches I've ever seen.
So good. They're
literally taped up. Dante Fox, he takes a pretty basic back bump to start the thing, and he's like, bye, buddy. So it was interesting to watch, like, Mac, who is fine, and then these two other wrestlers who are, like, bruised and broken, like, rally and, like, fight against these, like, creatures who think that they're unstoppable. I just thought it was really interesting storytelling in the context specifically of Ultima Lucha, but also, like, I'm so happy they won. Because,
too.
Like, A, the Mac fucking deserves it. The Mac fucking deserves it.
Fuck yes.
But also, like, in my head after that Hell of War match, I was like, well, where are we going to go from here? This is the perfect thing. Bring them together, like that moment at the end where Killshot and Mac held up the belts, and then, like, they were looking at Dante, and he was like, fuck it, we're champs. And, like, that, like, redemption, like, it was, like, the perfect button. It was, like,
a nice little bow on top of their story.
It didn't feel like, this is maybe a shitty thing to say, but this match wasn't actually important. It was important to finish that other match.
Yes, absolutely. It felt very much like at the end of the match where he puts him in the ambulance and, like, tap and, like, puts
the
his hand
Hell
on,
War match.
Yeah, where he puts his hand on the door, felt like a good closure to that, because it was like, oh, he, like, has
if Dante never came back.
Yeah, he has this, like, empathy for him, and he puts him in here, and then to, like, see them in the ring negotiating, how do I deal with the fact that we've gone through this war together.
And Dante, like, did a lot of the heavy lifting in that match, too.
So it was, like, really great to watch them, like, rebond. And like you were saying at the end, that moment where he was like, I guess we're champs. Like, it was really great. And you're right, the acting in that, I thought, was, like, really brought it together.
And in my head...
And Mac deserves it.
He really deserves it. In my head, when I watched the first episode of Ultima Lucha, I was like, why is this match first?
Yeah.
Now it makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
The final match was Pentagon versus Havoc, Son of Havoc, in a ladders match for the gift of the god, who has not responded to my tweet. I guess she just stole my money.
Which
is, like, shitty
weird.
Because I'm, like, now, like, have this, like, colored opinion of Jessica Havoc where I'm like, I want to like you, but you, like, stole my money.
That's so weird.
I wanted to, like, support you. You just stole my, like, $30.
It's so strange. You gotta confront her. I guess, Shimmer.
Like, I don't want to do that.
She'll punch you in the face.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
Oh, that's so shitty.
Like, hey, Jessica, here's my receipt. I never received this. Can I just have one of these?
I know, right?
Or can I have, like, $30 or something?
Oh, that's so shitty.
Okay, I have to be honest. I really zoned out during this match, and it has nothing to do with this match. I was just, like, fucking around on my Pinterest. I did see the insane, like, package pile driver onto the
Canadian
chairs.
destroyer.
It wasn't a Canadian destroyer.
Yeah, that's his move.
A Canadian destroyer is like a flippy move. It was a package pile driver.
No, because Havoc did flip into him. He was just on the chairs when he did it.
Pentagon did this to Son of Havoc.
I thought Havoc jumped into the move. That's why... Because I'm pretty sure it was a Canadian destroyer. Whatever. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It was fucking bananas.
Crazy. He got dropped on his head through chairs.
Well, it was crazy, too, because...
Again, I was on Pinterest.
Havoc set up those chairs in a way that, like, he's short enough, and he set up these chairs in a way that, like, didn't even... I was, like, aware. I knew it was coming. I knew that this move was going to happen. I was, like, prepared for it. And so I was watching for it, and, like, he, like, took no contact at all. It was great. They were so safe about it, but the way that he delivered it...
It still looked bad.
It set up for him being, like, laid out and having Pentagon set up... I think the Heels and Heels called it a Tetris puzzle. He set it... Or an erector set. He set up this, like, erector set of all this shit around the ring. And Havoc was, like, laid out because he took this fucking crazy... neck first bump onto the fucking canvas. Wink, wink. It was really good. But I agree. I feel like they made both of their characters so non-essential this whole season that by the time we got to this, it didn't feel important at all.
Also,
which is weird because it's the fucking gift of the gods, and yet it just felt like, why are we doing this again? Like,
Yeah.
it was just very bizarre. And both of them are great, and I really like both of them. And, like, objectively, it was a very good match. It just didn't feel right for some...
Right.
I don't know what it is.
Also,
it was weird.
I felt like the storytelling was a little weird, where Pentagon could have gotten the belt so many times, and he acted
just
like...
didn't.
And he just didn't, and
Which
it's
I feel
not
like
like...
it's true to character for him.
Yeah, but
because
also,
he does
like...
love torture.
Yeah, but also he doesn't really have a history with Son of Havoc, so, like, it just felt like out of nowhere to me.
I mean, it felt true to him as
Because
a character,
usually he
but...
wins. Usually he wins, and then he fucks people up.
That's true. That's a good point. I don't know.
So it just felt like it was cool and, like, brutal and, like, you know, all that stuff, but it just felt like a little off.
Yeah. Yeah, there was just something that was off about it.
I just, like, wasn't invested.
Yeah, I agree.
Which
is unfortunate.
Yeah.
And, like, whatever. Pentagon won. He's the Gift of the Gods champion.
I thought for sure that Havoc was going to win because Pentagon kept, like, not going to the top.
Yeah.
And then when Pentagon won, I was like, so
yeah,
what
it
is
felt
the
very
point?
Anticlimactic. Like,
yeah.
it
Like,
made-
I was waiting for the rally.
It made Havoc look strong, that he could survive something like that, but then at the same time, like, he did lose, so
Yeah.
it was just weird. It was a weird match. I also felt like it was a weird main event. It would have been a much better match to put somewhere else on a card, and, like, this is so heavily post-edited.
It's totally a package pile driver. Suck my dick.
Oh, you're right.
I literally had to find it because I was like, no way am I wrong.
You fucking would.
I just knew that I was right. I will concede when I am wrong, but I knew that I was right.
Pentagon does do a lot of Canadian destroyers.
That's true. That's fair.
And it is essentially the same move.
I mean, it is and it isn't. So that match happened, and then Puma and Vampiro had a backstage segment where, you know, they were in like a black candle circle, and Vampiro
Yes.
was like, are you ready? You have to not lose. He can't take away your career, blah, blah. And Puma was like, I'm ready. And then at the end, somebody talked to Vampiro, like, you have done well. And he was like, thank you, master.
What do you think it is?
I don't know, one of the gods.
Ooh, I didn't even consider that.
Right? Like, that's what it all is, right?
I guess that's
Is it not
true.
all about gods?
Yeah, I guess that's a good point. Like, did we ever find out who the limo god is? Do we know yet? No. Okay.
But there are multiple gods. What if it's just Mantanza, and he's the god inside of Mantanza?
That would be amazing. No, I feel like what they're building to...
You know who the god inside of Mantanza is? Fucking Jeff Cobb's crazy-ass dick.
Oh my god.
That photo is
Fucking photo.
That photo
Jeff Cobb,
is
listen.
insane.
Your
like,
dick.
I get it. We're all wearing panties, and some of us don't want to wear dance belts. I get it. But,
No,
like,
I don't get it. Wear a
Tuck it.
goddamn dance belt.
tuck it or something.
Something.
That was the most
You
insane.
can't flip your dick up like you would in normal underpants. Don't point it towards your belly button. Point it towards your butthole. You cannot do it the other way. Like, it is insane. We have to put that photo on the Tumblr. It is insane.
It is the most peen watch of all peen watches.
It is the biggest peen watch.
He's King Peen Watch.
King Peen Watch. I
Jeff
thought
Cobb is
no
King
one
Peen
could
Watch.
out Peen Watch Rich Swann, and I was incorrect.
Oh my god.
It is aggressive. It's so big. What the fuck? Jeff, what are you doing?
Because he's got a god inside of
He
him.
fucking does. He wants to put a god inside of you. LOL.
Oh my god. It is so fucked up.
It's so aggressive.
It's like, and his face in the photo is like, yeah, I know what's happening.
Yeah.
I'm Jeff Cobb.
Peen
Here's my
watch.
dick.
King
It's also like,
Peen.
oh my god, I can't. It's not even funny. It's like
It
upsetting.
is funny.
It's like upsetting, actually. Are there a bunch of like?
You can see the outline of the head of his penis. That's how like ultra peen watch this is. You can see his whole fucking dick. His whole dick.
The first reply is, Jesus Christ, I can see your dick, young man. And then Jeff Cobb says, if that's what you look at when a pic of a dude shows up in your timeline, thanks for noticing. And then MVP was like, well, Jeff Cobb, it looks like you're a hit in the gay wrestling community. Jeff Cobb, that's fine by me as long as they're buying my shirts.
God. Jeff. Jeff, what are you doing?
This is is what it looks like on my timeline. I ain't even mad. I'm just jealous, and it's just a picture of his dick. And then real Jeff Cobb wrote, "Don't be jelly, it's photoshopped." Jeff Cobb played this really well, and he did not take it down. And somebody said, "I would be embarrassed to show that." He goes, "I'd be embarrassed to comment with such followers because this person has like no follows." And then some guy just put a little face on it.
Oh god.
Oh man, everybody's just like, "What is going on with your dick?" And he's like, "Why are you guys all looking at my dick?" And it's
Because
like,
you can't not. Yes. It's literally the preview window. It's just fucking dick, dude.
So nuts. Oh my god, this one is great. Check out the corn on that cob. Oh my god.
I almost spit my beer. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Check out the corn on the Yes.
I don't even want to talk about the rest of wrestling. Let's just end it there.
Whatever, that's Dandalucho. Let's move on.
I haven't had time to watch TNA, but I did watch the women's segments. What's happening at Bound for Glory? It's going to be Taya versus Rosemary, which is awesome. Last week, I don't know what happened tonight, but last week Taya came out and Rosemary was like about to get in her face, and Taya misted Rosemary. But that's Rosemary's whole thing, so that's cool. And then there's a 4-way for the Knockouts belt, so it's Sienna, Gail Kim, Allie, and Taryn Terrell. It's funny because I was watching it and Nick goes, so Allie came out in just like jeans and a bra, and Nick was like, "Why is that girl in a bra?" And I was like, you know what? I don't really know why she's just in a bra. The other girl, that's like her whole thing. It's just like bra and panties. But this one, I don't know.
She's like, "I need something new."
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it was a pretty bra. And Nick goes, "I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm just curious."
He's the right attitude.
Also, Nick is really funny. Sienna started talking. He goes, "Is she from Michigan or Ohio?" And I was like, "Yeah, how do you know that?" And he was like, "She has a very thick accent." And I was like, maybe it's just I'm from Michigan, so I don't notice her accent. Mm-hmm. But
that's exactly what it is. I've started to notice it more because Michael has pointed it out to me as well. He's like, "You have a Michigan accent. That person has a Michigan accent." And I'm like, oh god, we all do have really thick Midwestern accents. Whatever.
Well,
it's what they teach.
We live in the Midwest.
It's what they teach TV anchors across the country to use because it's the most easily understood accent because it's simple. Okay, it's fine.
Did you just call me simple?
No, I'm from literally the same city.
NXT. We both watched both of them, right?
Yes.
So the week before, it opened with a qualifying match with Peyton versus Nikki versus Liv. I thought this was a really fun match. And when it started, I was like, I don't know who's going to win. Like, this is going to be really interesting. I was like, it's probably not going to be Liv. But I was like, if it's Peyton, how do you deal with Nikki? Because Nikki shouldn't lose, I feel like. Nikki's been on, like, a good tear. And having, oh, man, I forget her name, but she's the Brazilian wrestler.
I can't remember her name either.
She looks like Grace Helbig, but she's Brazilian.
Okay.
She really looks like her.
Okay, yeah.
But she came out as a part of the Undisputed, or at least, like, encouraged by the Undisputed to fuck with Nikki. So then...
I can't remember her name is either. She kind of reminds me of, like, a Cupid doll, almost.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
She's a good wrestler. I'm glad that she's fine.
I'm just like, what? How are you connected to these people? I was really confused at first. Like,
I'm so happy that Peyton won, though. And also, like, I love Billy. Billy is my favorite out of the two. But I am happy that they are pushing Peyton because I feel like they've pushed, in the Iconic Duo, they've pushed Billy a lot. And I think it's, like, Peyton's turn.
Yeah, absolutely.
Also, Billy is the best outside of the ring because Billy's facial expressions are hilarious.
Her fucking facial expression when William Regal was like, "You all have to be in this thing." She was just like, "What?" Oh, just her whole face like
Billy?
toned back. I was like, "You're the fucking best."
Billy is like my spirit animal. I love her so much.
Let's not say spirit animal. It's, a cultural appropriation thing.
Okay.
Just say demon. You're into his dark materials. That's a way more appropriate thing to say.
I don't think anybody would get it. But you're right.
Yeah. I've tried to find another word for it. I'm pretty sure there's a German word that fits correctly for that concept without being
What are you all about Germans?
because I'm going there and I'm learning the language. Also, they're really good at long words that are very specific. So I feel like
true.
they in particular would have a good word for that. If anyone knows another good word for that concept, I'm very interested in that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Anyway.
The
You're
second
Patronus.
match... Oh my god, shut up. The second match was Velveteen Dream versus Leo Rush in an actual match.
I actually really enjoyed this.
I love Leo Rush.
I'm really coming around on Velveteen Dream. I feel like
this
now
feud
that
with
he's...
Aleister Black is...
I think it's been the best thing that happened to him. Also, I like I said before, I really like that Aleister Black made a point to call him Patrick and, like, separate him from this identity. Because I feel like it reminds us, like, he is this person who is separate from this stupid prince thing. And it makes it more clarified when he comes out less prince-like. Like, he comes out and he's like, I have decided that I am this character. Like, you call me Patrick. I want you to call me by the name I've chosen for myself. And it feels more like a character that he's picked as opposed to Prince knockoff. It feels like he's finally gotten a handle on this is what this character is to me, and I'm no longer just, like, fake Prince. Yeah. And so I'm way more into that. Like, I like the black. I like the way that it looks on him. I feel like that, like, weird crop top, like, that's not a Prince iconic look, but it works for that character that he's built out of this Prince identity. And so I'm like way more into it. And also, he's fucking young. He's like 22 years old. And so to watch this progression from like really shitty knockoff parody character into this like actually very feasible and interesting character in such a short amount of time is very impressive. And like also gets me a little more over on him. So I'm like really into this. And I love Leo Rush.
He's so good.
It is so weird to think like
he's so fast.
I remember like a year and a half ago when you were like, my boy Leo Rush, he's the best. Everyone get on this train. And now he's like, what's up, bitch? Here I am.
I mean,
I'm amazing.
It's like he's literally like a wrestling prodigy.
He is so fucking good.
He's so good.
He is so good. I love him. Also, he has such a good look. Like,
and a good attitude, good presence.
Oh,
like,
I love it. He's so good.
Wrestling prodigy. There was a match between Danny Burch and Lars. Whatever.
I mean, it was fine. Whatever. I don't care.
The Street Profits had a match versus some jobbers, but
cares?
oh
Yeah.
man, they are so entertaining.
They really are.
Man, the Hype Bros wish they could be the Street Profits.
Yes. Yes.
The Hype Bros wish.
Oh, yes.
Because, like, Mojo Rawley would just, like, yell at the audience, and they'd be like, I guess we're hype, whereas the audience is like, yeah, let's do the little shake. Raise your solo cup. I like the black solo cup. Like, because, you know, anybody can go buy, like, a red solo cup, but it's cool. He's like, nah, I'm slick. Look at this cool,
Right,
like,
this is
customized.
mine. This is us. Yeah.
I mean, I know you can buy black solo cups, but it just feels more customized.
It feels like a more...
And it matches their gear.
Yeah, absolutely. It feels like a purposeful effort as opposed to, like, I just ran out and got whatever bullshit I could find. I like it. I think it's a nice detail.
The main event was Almas versus Gargano in their rematch. They have amazing chemistry together.
They really do. Both of them are excellent. I like the stories that they're telling with both of these guys. Like, it's really nice to see both of them being treated well. And, like...
There were some really good reversals in this match.
Yes, they just... Like you said, they just have great chemistry. It was really, really great to watch them wrestle. And also, I love Zelina. She's the fucking best. I love watching her on the outside of the ring. I love watching her, like, get involved. I love that she was like, bitch, I got this shirt on. He was like, it means nothing to me.
I don't even care anymore.
It was just so good. They were just all so good at storytelling. I was just so pleased with all of it. Like, it was a very, very well done match and a very well done storytelling effort.
The episode from last night, just opened. I like that both weeks it was like, these qualifying matches are important.
Yes,
We're
me
just gonna do
too.
them. It was Ember Moon versus Sonya Deville.
I would like to add to that too that they not only did that, but then they like played the opening music like after that, which was weird. Like they make this announcement about the matches and the qualifying tournament.
They've been doing that. They've been like doing stuff before the...
But like the last couple of weeks particularly, it's been like, we're doing this specifically because we're having these women's matches because of this clearance, and then like immediately after that
clearance?
This vacation of the belt. Vacating of the belt. So I like that they address it right away. You get the music and the credits, and then right away you get these women's matches. I think it's really smart, and it's like, this is important, and we're putting this emphasis on this. Anyway, please continue.
It was Ember versus Sonya versus Ruby.
Yes.
Sonya did a good job, but I like that they basically just fucked her up a bunch, and so she was like Roman napping, and it was basically just Ruby and Ember. But they played it well at the end, where it's like, Ruby hurts her ankle, and Sonya's whole thing is her ankle lock, and then she's got the ankle lock on her, but then Ember hits her with this sick Eclipse. And then, like, she rolls up Ruby. Like, that was a good way to get them all involved in the finish.
Yes, I agree.
There was also that moment in kind of the beginning middle where Ember and Ruby were doing the, like, you know, the, like, one-upsman thing that a lot of indie wrestling does, where it's, like, the beginning, it's like, oh, I miss and you miss, and then we both kip up, and then we stare at each other, but it was done in a different way, where it was more like they kept doing a move to them, but the other person would just, like, kind of land on their feet, so they were, like, still wrestling, and they were still in contact with each other, and it was less, like, dodge, dodge, dodge. Like, I thought that was particularly really cool. And you could
Really good chemistry.
Well, yeah, you could see that they've, like, known each other for, like, a long time, and, like...
Yeah, absolutely.
It was really cool. Next bit, there was some recorded video of the Undisputed trying to, like, recruit Roddy, and then he was like, nah, bruh. Or whatever.
He was, like, nice about it, because that's, like, his thing.
I guess. We kind of
I'll be happy when he joins the goddamn Undisputed.
Yeah, right?
That's the only time I'm going to care about this motherfucker. I also loved Drew McIntyre at the end of the other episode yelling, "You're better than this! Don't do it, you're better than this!" It's like,
yeah, it was really funny, right? Then, you know, Regal has a backstage segment where he's being interviewed, and Billy and Payne are like, so, are you just going to give me that spot or whatever? He's like, no, actually, to make it fair, every other woman on the roster is going to get this match, and they had the greatest reactions. I actually have the picture of who's in it. It's Rhea Ripley, Candice LeRae, Brazilian lady, God, what's her fucking name? Patriot Marine Mom.
Lacey
Evans, Sarah Logan, Dakota Kai, Bianca Belair, Billy, Sage, Zeta, Mercedes Martinez is in it.
Oh, hey.
Kimberly, Abby
Lee.
The girl, Vanessa Bourne, Santana, Aaliyah, and who from the Mae Young Classic, she's got a cowboy hat. I want to say her name's like Renya.
Oh, I have no idea.
I don't know. I'm just looking at a picture, you guys. You know, cowboy hat from the Mae Young Classic.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, cowboy hat.
Uh-huh.
We got it.
Exactly who you're talking about.
So that'll be fun next week.
Sure.
Is that how you're emphasizing that?
Uh-huh, yeah.
There was a match between Raul Mendoza and Aleister Black, but then Patrick Clark came out. Oh, I'm sorry, Velveteen Dream came out.
Wait, isn't his name Cesar?
No,
Mendoza?
Cesar Bonini faced Cassius Ohno, and
okay.
Raul Mendoza fought Aleister Black.
Oh, okay. I definitely.
But Aleister Black was fighting him, and then Velveteen Dream came out and was like, "Ooh, I'm in your jacket. Pay attention to me." And Aleister Black was like, "No."
Right.
But then he at the end was like, kind of like, maybe.
Right.
Maybe I'm paying attention.
Patrick was already gone, but Aleister was
Yeah.
like, maybe I'll look behind you. And I was like, girl, I played that game. That's not a great game either.
Yeah, he won, but like Raul had some good hits because he was distracted by Velveteen Dream. Mm-hmm. But the Black Mass was intense.
He's so good at it.
It was intense.
I love him. He's the best. And again, a great example. Actually, a great person. Seems like a legitimately good dude.
He's got that cat.
Uh-huh, right?
Any wrestlers with a cat I'm on board with.
Also, any wrestler who's, like, super pro-equality, I'm into.
Yeah.
Like, he seems like a legit good dude. Also, he's from a country that's like, yeah, people are humans. You should treat them like humans. I'm like, no kidding. You don't say.
Speaking about hot wrestlers with cats, there was an interview with Drew McIntyre.
I made it 4/5 of the way through this interview before I tuned out because I was too bored. But I got back into it once Selena was there. I just got to the end.
I thought it was fine.
Here's the thing. I realized, I think part of my thing with him is that his voice is very melodic. And so,
Yeah, he's fucking Scottish.
Yeah, and so I think that's part of it is that I'm like, I'm not really, like, compelled by you as a character, and your voice is very melodic, and so I kind of tune out.
But I love his voice.
So it's relaxing. I have a podcast I listen to called Case File, but it's an Australian guy, and he talks mostly about Australian crime. But I feel that way, too, where, like, I barely actually listen to what he says, because I find his voice so soothing that he can be talking about these horrific...
You find Australian accents soothing?
His, very much so. And not usually, but
I guess most, like, not all Scottish accents are soothing.
Right, it's just, like, his very particular one, he's very good at it. He's a good...
particularly soothing.
Yeah, no, not at all. It would be very bizarre to just, like, listen to him in your ears all the time.
Hit yourself!
But, like, I can listen to him talk about, like, horrific crimes and just, like, drift to sleep because it's his voice is so
terrible.
soothing.
How do you not have, like, terrible nightmares?
I have nightmares about all kinds of other weird, fucked up stuff. Mostly dreams now where I try to yell for help and no one can hear me.
So fun. That's like a Buffy the Vampire episode.
Yeah, it's definitely about feeling like I'm losing control of my life because of this wedding. It's not subtle. It's not a subtle dream.
Cassius Ohno fought Cesar Bonini.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And kind of got his ass kicked the whole time.
Yeah, and I kind of like that. It's nice to see him...
Oh, no!
Like, he's a babyface. He should kind of get his ass kicked and then do a rally and be, like... He's good at what he does, and he should have matches that showcase that. But it is really nice to watch him get his ass kicked a little bit, and because that's what a babyface does. Like, that's why Darren Young is a really good babyface, because you can watch him get his ass kicked, and it feels great when he finally has a rally. So I feel like Cassius Ohno really needs to build on that. Like, as Chris Hero, he was very good at having a back and forth, but I feel like he needs to settle into the WWE style of babyface kind of gets destroyed a little bit. And I feel like this was, like, a good match for that as, like, practice. Because you knew he was going to win. Because you were like, who the fuck is this other dude? I barely even know who this guy is. I literally couldn't remember his last name. So, like, you kind of knew that Cassius Ohno was going to win this. So it was nice to watch him do something other than, like, the week before where he, like, kind of dominated and, like, kicked ass the whole time. It was nice to watch him, like, kind of get kicked around a little bit. Like, he's a heavyweight now, and so it's nice to watch somebody else, like, get advantage of him. Because he needs that. He needs somebody to, like, push him to do more, selling. Because he's good at it. He is very good at it. Like, watching him and Zack Sabre Jr. fight is incredible because they both, like, know how to sell each other's moves. And so to watch him sell on NXT in WWE style is very different, but I like watching him learn. It's interesting.
Cassius Ohno is the only person who can mouth the lyrics to his word, and it doesn't annoy me.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Or to his song. Mm-hmm. I think it's because it's, like, customized and he's, like, rappy guy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm the white rapper.
Yes, Cassius Ohno, white rapper.
The whitest rapper. And then the main event was the Undisputed Era versus Sanity.
Yes.
I love Alexander Wolf's photo where his, like, eyes are really big. I love that Nikki Cross came out with him and, like, kind of got in, like, Adam Cole's face, and because, like, he didn't really wrestle that much. It was mostly Red Dragon that wrestled, and
which is nice because we need to just see that. I think it's important.
And it also like shows Adam Cole as the, like, leader.
Yeah, right.
You know, like we know he's the leader, but, like, why is he the leader?
For real, leader. Yeah,
right. Mm-hmm. But then the Authors of Pain came out, and they were like, fuck you, Sanity, we want our fucking belt.
It's funny because
then Undisputed Era was like, we don't want a part of this. Bye.
It's funny because earlier in the night I was thinking, like, where the fuck has Authors of Pain been? Like, I was like, it feels like it's been forever since we've seen
2 months.
It. Yeah, it's been forever. And so then they came out. I love that Alexander Wolf was the first one to jump out of the ring and be like, fuck you. Like, I don't give a fuck. I'm the one that defeated you. I don't give a shit. I will jump right up in your face.
I'm crazy. Like, it's my whole deal.
I like it. Because we said before they won the titles, like, he felt like the throwaway character in Sanity. Really did. And it doesn't feel that way at all anymore. He feels very much like an active member of that group. And I love it. I think it's great. He got knocked the fuck out the second he got next to Authors of Pain, but it was nice to see all of them together. And to see Undisputed be like, LOL, peace.
We out.
Fuck you guys. We don't need this in our lives.
Yeah.
I like it. I think it's great. Like, NXT is really good again. It's nice to see them telling really good stories and, like, really pushing the limits of what their storytelling is doing. I love it. I think it's great.
Totally. Let's talk about SmackDown first so we can end with TLC.
Okay.
So it opens up with Daniel Bryan coming out to his hometown with the worst hairdo.
Oh my god.
What the fuck, Daniel Bryan?
Dad hair. He had some, like, for reals dad hair.
He had, like, I hadn't washed my hair in 6 months hair. It was
dad
disgusting.
Hair. He's doing the no shampoo thing.
So gross. But he basically was like, I don't understand why Sammy's being a little turd. And Sammy was like, I thought you, out of all people, would understand.
Right?
Like,
this was, like, your whole thing.
I love that Sammy was like, but the difference between me and you is these people held their end of the bargain, and they're the reason you got there. These people have never showed up for me. They were supposed to be. I'm supposed to be you. And they fucked it up. You all fucked it up. And Kevin was like, Sammy, what a good job.
Also, watching Sammy, like, aggressively skank out to the ring, like, yeah, fuck you. I'm not gonna touch your hands. I'm gonna do the same entrance, but I'm just gonna laugh at you instead of hitting your hands. I was like, I'm here for it. I love every second of this. It's amazing.
Whatever. And then Kevin Owens came out and was like, Daniel Bryan, like, let's just call a spade a spade. You're a sellout, bro.
Oh, also, before Kevin came out, Sami Zayn said to him,
Oh,
you're a great wrestler. Well, you used to be. I legit gasped, like, full on, like, oh my god. It was just me and Michael sitting in the living room together, and I was just like, oh my god. I cannot believe you would say that to another person. Like, Jesus Christ.
Sammy!
Ugh. It's, like, hard to watch people just be really flip about Daniel Bryan not being able to wrestle anymore. Especially knowing, like,
also
really
knowing that, like,
to.
It depends on who's, like, if like Jinder Mahal's flip about it, I'm like, whatever. But the fact that it's like Sammy, like one of the people who like they were like on the road together, like they know, I
had some news I forgot. This made me remember it. Apparently, there are some like really heavy rumors that it's not just Nia and Neville who are unhappy, that there are a lot of people who are unhappy who have been consulting Cody Rhodes about how to successfully transition, which is like, that's fucking crazy.
Well, Austin Aries had a tweet that was like, working bingo halls making more money than working on the top company in the like, industry or something like that, you know.
Yeah, and so it's
more Austin Aries-y.
It'll be interesting to see who joins that pool and like transitions out. So it's very bizarre that a lot of the people who are big in the indies right now are trying to transition into NXT, and then all of these people who are on the main roster are like, fuck this, I'm dipping and I'm going back to the indies because I can make more money and set a schedule that I actually like. Just it's also weird to think of Cody Rhodes is like that.
Like, I'll still have to travel a lot, but I don't have to kill myself.
Right, and like that's
Cody's like, come to the dark side.
Right, come on over here. Let's do it. Cease and desists for everybody.
Still buying my wife them fucking purses.
Ridiculous. Whenever she has a shirt, she can buy her own goddamn purses now. Also, Pro Wrestling Tees has a brick and mortar store now in Chicago. Apparently it's very cool. I'm gonna go buy a bunch of hats there that I don't have to wait 2 weeks for. Anyway.
There was a women's 3-on-3 that was fine. Whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
I feel like they put the women's match in that, like, split screen all the time, and it pisses me off.
I know, I hate it.
Pulp Fashion was excellent.
I loved it. I loved the giant fake needle. It was great. I loved
that when they
like, you have to be our friends.
I love that when they gave him the needle, they like did their like pose, their like entrance pose.
I fucking loved that.
It was amazing.
Cracking up.
And they were like, we just want you to be my friend.
We haven't seen them do their entrance pose in so long too, so it was like a nice like subtle nod almost.
We are wrestlers.
Yeah, it was so good. I fucking love them. I love the Ascension. They're so good at comedy wrestling.
They're also good wrestlers.
They are good wrestlers, and so it's weird to see them in this role, but like they're so good at it and they're taking such advantage of it. It's also bizarre, like what we wanted before was to watch Breezango get over, and now Breezango is getting the Ascension over. It's amazing to watch that transition. Like, they are popular enough that they can get another team back over. Like, I just fucking love it. It's so good. I love that their boards are different every week. I love that they're always fucking funny. Oh, I just love it. I know
it's hard because you like try and like read the board really quick.
I'm like, someone's gonna post a screen cap. I'll just look for it on Twitter.
Corbin lost to Sin Cara.
Why? Didn't they used to have a feud? No, it was Kalisto that he had a feud with, right? Yeah. I barely even knew Sin Cara worked there. Is he fighting for the U.S. title now? Like,
no, I think he was just like.
But he won, so.
But in a count out.
Yeah, I don't know. They were like emphasizing that.
Sin Cara's got that like new Reeboks line, so maybe.
What?
He has like some Reeboks merch, I think.
Weird.
I don't fucking know, man. There was a backstage interview with the Usos, and then Gable and Shelton Benjamin came in, and Gable was like, I know how to rap.
I can rap.
I know I'm the only white guy here, but I got it.
He was like about as good of a rapper as Mama Bella in that one episode.
It's better than Daniel Bryan.
True.
But Daniel Bryan is more enthusiastic about it, so like makes it a little better.
Yeah, they like meet in the middle, I think.
There was another package for the Bludgeon Brothers.
Okay. I want good things for both of these guys, especially Luke Harper, so I don't know. Are they unconnected from the Wyatt family now?
I think so, but they're still doing all the Wyatt family stuff.
Yeah, they seem
and they're on different
really
shows, so
similar. It's, whatever.
Who knows?
Bray and Braun are on the same show, and they never even fucking interact with each other. So
Jinder and AJ talked to each other for a while.
I don't care.
And next week, AJ's gonna fight one of the Singh brothers.
Great. Okay. Ginger's keeping this fucking belt all the way through December. Everybody knows this. It's when the India tour is happening.
He's gonna fight Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, it's Survivor Series. I wonder how they're gonna do this. Like, the belts aren't gonna be on the line. Like, you can't have both.
Whoever wins, their show is better.
Maybe whoever wins gets the main event at WrestleMania, regardless of who wins the Royal Rumble. Which means Raw would get it, which, like, makes sense. The WWE would do something like that, but also fucking weird. Also, the idea of Jinder and Brock is just horrific. It's gonna be so fucking bad. I did not think they could come up with a match I cared less about than Brock and Goldberg.
I don't know. It might be fun to watch Jinder get, like, suplexed a bunch.
Maybe. I don't know. Like, Jinder's not a great wrestler, and Brock is lazy. So, like, where do you wind up with that? Like, this isn't exciting. I don't give a fuck about either of their top titles. That is sad.
It's really sad.
It just is really bad. Like, how do you waste your two most important titles? It's just so stupid. Like, the U.S. title and the Intercontinental belt honestly feel like more important titles than their fucking actual main titles. It's just so stupid.
Bobby Roode's fault. Dolph Ziggler.
Literally don't care.
Roll up tight.
Literally don't care.
Aiden English was warming up in the hallway and he was mad because people were not paying attention.
Would you be on your phone at the premiere of Don Giovanni?
But then New Day came out and the white guys was like,
they were so excited. I love the New Day was like, it's Rusev Day? Fuck yeah, Rusev Day. Let's play on the trombone. I was like,
and Rusev was like, Rusev Day is serious.
It's not a joke.
I love that New Day left and Aiden English was like, it's Rusev Day. And Rusev was like, not
the time.
And Aiden was like, okay.
Okay. I love everyone's relationship with Aiden English. I think it's wonderful. All the heels love him. They all have this, like, symbiotic relationship with him. He's not a threat to anyone. It's the perfect role for him. He's like male valet, but also wrestler and also Shakespeare of song. I don't know.
Randy Orton and Nakamura versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
It was weird to watch Sami Zayn pin Randy Orton, not gonna lie. Even, like,
I feel like it was great to watch that.
I loved it. It was so wonderful. He seemed
Randy Orton.
Elated.
He was like, haha, why didn't I turn heel years ago?
Elated. It was so great to see them be such good friends, too. Like, I
also how they, like, went backstage and they were like, fuck you, Daniel. And Daniel was like, well, actually, Shane's coming back. And they were like, also, fuck you again. And then they were like, we're just gonna make fun of you.
I know. I love it.
Yes.
And then they came back out and were like, fuck you. Fuck all of you. I love it. I thought it was fantastic. They're such a good team. It is weird to see them together, and I love it.
They're best friends.
Besties.
2-5 Live was boring as shit this week.
I literally fast forward through everything except your Gulak.
I mean, yeah, Daddy Drew.
Daddy Drew, yes.
Big Daddy Drew.
I am your father. Like, oh, are you?
Big
I love
Daddy
you.
Drew.
I love it. I love that we're getting him on the pre-show of Hell in a Cell.
Well, it's not Hell in a Cell.
Excited.
It's tables, ladders, chairs.
I'm sorry, other gimmick.
So the tables, ladders, and chairs, it's theoretically, the pre-show is Drew Gulak's Championship Edition PowerPoint presentation.
How many slides do you think we'll get through?
3 tops.
Well, he said he's going to review all the old ones. So I feel like the fact that he didn't get interrupted on this 205 Live makes me think he'll get all the way up through 9. It'll probably be pretty quick. And then 2 more, maybe? Like 11? Maybe up to 11? And then
who's going to interrupt him?
Tozawa, for sure.
Oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Because they're in there like...
Little chanty guy.
Just, yeah. Fine with me. I love it. I love Drew Gulak so much. I don't know that I could love him anymore. I love him. He's the best.
Also on the pre-show, Sasha Banks versus Alicia Fox.
Cool. Awesome. Sasha Banks is definitely going to win. I love them. I loved them when they were on 205
Live
together. Do you think Alicia
will be wearing her shirt? We didn't talk about that. Remember how we were like, we will buy it no matter what.
We were wrong. They tested us and we were wrong. I thank you everyone who reached out. Also, we had a bunch of people contact us and be alternately between
what
like,
you wish for.
Yeah, like, first of all, thank God. Second of all, what the fuck is this? And we were like, yep, this is bad.
I kind of want to buy it just because it's so bad.
I know. It's it looks like a
crazy
furry.
Like a fax.
It looks like a furry.
What's wrong with being a furry, Erin?
There's nothing wrong with being a furry, but I don't necessarily want a furry on my chest on the subway. Like,
it just looks like a sexy fax.
It looks like a furry.
Sexy fox.
It's so bad. It was like when I said I would buy any Breezango shirt, and then they just made a cop badge, and I was like, I can't fucking wear this. It's like they just shit this shirt out, and we're like, quality control? No, put it out immediately.
I don't know how they don't have better graphic designers.
It is terrible. It is really bad. Like, your internship program cannot be this bad. Like,
also, they're like graphics on the like the shows and the like the packages and stuff are incredible.
Yeah.
So I don't know how you can have like such like video graphic designers and such like terrible.
I mean, they're
print
totally
graphic
different
designers.
departments.
Yeah,
That's a
but
big
like
part of it.
they're
But
totally different. But like
to be so misguided in
Yeah.
one. Yeah, exactly. It's not like whoever's in charge of the overall production should be able to look at like, why the fuck are these so good and this is such piss poor. Like, it's just, it makes me sad. Like, I want her, if that was available in a tank top and was $6, I would maybe buy it, but like, it's
also like
bad.
It's also like $28.
It is the most expensive shirt, and of course they're not going to sell it.
They've also, as new shirts come out, all of them have been more expensive. I think they're like raising their prices,
Which is dumb. Like,
because their shirts are not great.
no, and like no one is going to pay that, and so
I mean,
they're
people will pay that.
well, but they're also aiming for is that when they do a BOGO, that you're paying more for that.
Yeah.
That like you are giving more to these shirts, and it's like I'm not interested in that.
Yeah.
Now I have a physical pro wrestling T-shirt, and I'm like still conflicted about the fact that they hosted these Nazis, but also I need these hats, and I'm like, I don't know.
Finn Balor as the Demon versus Bray Wyatt as Sister Abigail. God, I fucking hope Sister Abigail wins. I sure fucking hope she wins.
I don't think she will.
What's the point? How is Finn Balor as the Pumpkin King supposed to win against Sister Abigail, the Demon Queen?
I mean, the demon can't lose.
Yeah, but Sister Abigail can't lose either.
I mean, but LOL, fuck you, Bray. It is,
But it's not Bray.
but it's Bray.
I'm just gonna say Sister Abigail. Why not?
I'm gonna say Pumpkin King. Also, is he gonna wear the Pumpkin King makeup? It was so stupid. It's so dumb. And I understand that like the Jack-o'-lantern was originally an Irish tradition, and he's like playing off that same thing like he did with
but it doesn't work.
It was like when he did the Jack the Ripper thing, and everyone was like, what the fuck is with these monsters? And he's like, I picked a monster that was specific to these areas, and like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but it's
Yeah, but
like,
that was-
this
those-
is unclear.
Those,
you need to be...
I felt like those really read. I do not.
At the time he didn't.
Jack
That's
the
not true.
No. I thought they were dumb, but Jack the Ripper in London fucking made sense. And
But the
Texas,
chainsaw one that you said that same thing.
No, I said it was dumb.
No, I specifically remember you saying about the chainsaw one, particularly that you were like, this is weird. It does not read like that he's picking these specific to these town. It just feels like horror, but not specific to this.
But the Jack the Ripper one was very
Was
specific.
very specific, yes.
Jack Gallagher and Brian Kendrick versus Cedric Alexander and Rich Swann.
I don't...
I guess the baby faces.
I'm going to go with the heels, just because
Right.
they didn't win on 205 Live.
I was like into this feud and now I don't care.
Yeah, it's gone on too long that I'm like, I want you all to either fight each other individually or do literally anything else.
But they have been fighting individually, but they've all been like brawling on the outside and
But it
stuff.
doesn't feel like they're fighting individually. It feels like we as a team are fighting you as a team, and it feels weird because it feels like WWE lately has been like all the black dudes get onto a team together. And like,
Booker, are you gonna join their team?
are you gonna join Sanity, Corey?
White trash motherfucker. Asuka versus Emma. It's Emma, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. Emma's definitely gonna win. She's the one to break the. She started the women's revolution.
Yeah, she's gonna break the streak.
It's all about her.
It's all about me.
This will be a good match. I'm excited about
Their
it.
chemistry is great. I hope
Yeah.
they give it the proper time.
Yeah, it's. I hope they get
They've
at least
built
10 minutes.
I mean, they've built for Asuka for so long, and
Yeah.
they didn't just give her a total job, or they didn't just give her some nobody. They gave her an actual wrestler
who's very good.
Yeah.
Like, they know that she's good. They trust
and they know
her to
that
be good.
they've had good matches together.
Yes, exactly. It's not like they have no history or chemistry.
Right.
We know that they're good.
Mickie James versus Alexa Bliss for the Raw Women's title.
I think it's gonna be Mickie James.
Yeah, I could see that.
It feels appropriate. 7's a good number for her. She'll probably retire very shortly after that. Like 7's a good number. I kind of hope it's Mickey. I think it's a good move if she wins it. Because otherwise it's like, LOL, you're old. Yeah, you're old. Which blows.
Man, her promo was rough this week. I was like, get it together, Mickey. She was like, because it sounded like she said, my son is the best thing that's ever happened to me. If I would win this championship, she almost said that would be, I feel like she was going to say, like, that would be better or, like, whatever. And she was like, I can't say that. And she was like, She took a horrifically long pause. Enzo Amore versus Kalisto for the Cruiserweight title.
I think Enzo's gonna fucking win. Fuck him, but I think he is gonna win.
the next person to win it, though, is going to be Mustafa.
I would agree. That's fine, I guess. If Enzo's gonna win only to then put over Mustafa, I'm fine with that. They've been hot potatoing this belt for so long, I don't even fucking care anymore. Also, they made a new black one. Why aren't they using it?
So long, because Neville had it for a really long time.
Other than Neville, on the other side of Neville, on both sides. All they've done is hot potato this belt around.
True.
So I feel
they made a black one?
Yeah, they have like a new belt that it's not purple at all. It has the red swoosh underneath of it, and the whole belt is black.
Oh, I want that.
It's really fucking cool. They took a photo of Kalisto holding it, and then just sent him out with this fucking purple belt again. Like, I like the purple belt. I think it's an interesting choice to make.
I don't like it, and purple was my favorite color, and I don't like it.
It's just, it looks like a toy. It doesn't look like a legit, like, put the purple swoop underneath of a normal belt. Like, it's okay to do that, but it does feel very much like a toy in the same way that the butterfly belt felt like a toy. So I get that complaint about it. That does make sense. It's just, it doesn't fit with the rest of the scheme.
Where did you see this belt?
They posted it. I saw a photo of it. I'm not sure where.
Oh, I want to see it. Eat your tomato quieter. Gross.
I can't.
It's so gross.
It's delicious.
Yeah, but the sound of you eating it is gross.
Sorry, everyone.
Tables, ladders, and chairs 3-on-5 match. The Shield.
Is this the only tables, ladders, and chairs match?
Yeah.
Dumb. Fucking dumb. Why is this a TLC match?
Yeah, I didn't even realize that.
Fucking dumb.
There's no... Because there's usually like a tables match, a chairs match, and a ladder match, and then a TLC match.
Yeah, nothing.
Unless they just throw it on afterwards.
Baron Corbin and Kalisto had that chairs match last year that was really fucking good.
Remember when it was tables, ladders, chairs, and stairs?
Stairs, yeah. Eric Rowan and the
chairs
big
and stairs.
Who stares at each other? I totally remember that. Remember when Eric Rowan wrestled? LOL.
LOL. The Shield versus Kane. For some fucking reason. Braun, Cesaro, Sheamus,
He needs to bring
and
eyes to him because he's running for fucking whatever, mayor of Knox County. I don't fucking know.
I just don't want The Undertaker to come back, and I feel like Kane is the gateway to The Undertaker.
Really? I feel like this is a gateway to Kane retiring.
That would be great. I love Kane. Don't get me wrong. I really do genuinely love Kane. I think he's vastly underrated. Not underrated in, like, obviously he's been there for a long time. Everyone knows him and love him. But, like, when you talk about, like, the Attitude Era, and, like, I feel like Kane never gets brought up. It's everybody else. And it's like, Kane was there too. But, like, Kane is great.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Now he's a politician.
The Shield, I guess.
Fucking duh. Obviously. Who do you think is going to take the pin? That's a better question.
Miz.
You think so?
Who else?
I don't know.
Sheamus? I guess Sheamus or Cesaro could.
Yeah, for sure.
It's not going to be Kane or Braun.
Yeah. I feel like it could easily be either of the bar. And that would be fine.
Why did they let Cesaro talk for so long with that mouth guard in?
I don't know. It's like when they sent Shinsuke Nakamura out with his mouth guard in, like, warn a bitch. I don't understand. Like, it's not that hard to let them take their fucking mouth guard out.
It's really sad that Curtis Axel wasn't the 5th member. He was so excited. Mm-hmm. I think the world of Curtis Axel, but he was never our 5th member.
Right. Who hung him upside down? Kane?
Maybe.
The Shield? The Miz?
Himself? Because he didn't want to fight Roman by himself?
He was red. It looked like he had been upside down for some time by the time those cameras came over there. It was weird.
Yeah, I don't know. Actually, honestly, looking at this card, I am only excited about Drew Gulak and the women's matches. Everything else looks like trash to me.
Yeah, I don't really care about any of the other ones. I wish that they were doing the main event as all titles on the line.
Sierra.
Like, yeah.
Sierra, Hotel, India, Echo, Lima, Delta, Shield. How pissed do you think Roman Reigns was when he was like, now I'm back with these fucking idiots touching me. I've walked by all these fucking plebeians. I got away from them. Now I gotta do this again.
People throw shit at me. I hate that.
Shield.
I know that the Shield and Roman technically have different music. It sounds exactly the same. I cannot tell them apart. I swear it's the same fucking music. It sounds exactly the same to me.
Is it not the same?
No, I think that they're different songs. I think they're slightly different. I don't know. Also, poor Dean. Watching him push his hair back and then be like, nope, don't have enough hair for that anymore. But it, like, does not work. Like, let that motherfucker come out with dry hair. Why do they have to be soaking wet? Dean has established this character. That is my biggest complaint about this. The only person
really,
who
I thought Dean's hair looked great.
Oh, no, it looks really bad. It looks like, so thin. It sucks because...
It is the same.
Is it?
Yeah. This is me just starting them both from the beginning.
Oh, I thought they were different. That doesn't make sense then. I feel like Roman's the only one who looks natural in the Shield gear. Seth and Dean both look like fucking idiots in this tactical vest.
They look like in Halloween costumes.
Let them wear their own fucking gear. Like, isn't that the whole point of their stupid Shield shirt?
Like, except for one is called Special Op and one is called The Truth Reigns.
Yeah, I think they are technically different songs.
They sound... I just played them back to back for you. They sound literally exactly the same.
Yeah, but is it different 27 seconds into it? Like, does it divert differently?
I don't think so, man. I really think that you're like... Here's 58 seconds in. That's one. That's not 58 seconds. I don't know, man. They sound the same to me.
The first one had a keyboard and the second one has a guitar. I'm just saying.
Ugh.
I think you're right. I think they are the same songs. I think they're just recorded with different instruments.
Okay, wait. Now let's just play this game. Whose theme song is this? Come on.
DX?
Yeah.
I was like, is this just Triple H? No, it's DX.
Okay, I gotta find a good one.
Bring it down.
Oh, I gotta find a good one. These are all too new. I gotta find... This is not a good one.
What the fuck is this?
This is like an Edge one, but it's not the iconic Edge one.
Never would have recognized this.
Come on! Booyaka, booyaka! Who said booyaka, booyaka?
The only person I know who says booyaka is fucking Enzo and Cass.
619.
Oh, it's Rey Mysterio. Yes.
All right.
Their move is the boom shakalaka. Sorry.
Haven't heard this in a while.
Primetime players?
Mark Henry.
Oh, never would have gotten that.
I want to do one more. Oh, this one's obvious, but you're not doing great. So.
No, I'm doing terrible at this. Oh, Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, that one was easy. Well, I don't know. You were doing really badly.
I was doing really poorly. It's harder than you think.
I don't think so. I chose pretty obvious ones. I want to pick a different one. See if you know this one.
Okay.
Okay. We haven't listened to this in a long time. You know this one.
Oh, this is Naomi's old song.
Well, it was
it's
first Funkasaurus.
Yeah.
But... I know you know who this is. I just wanted to
Tyler
play it.
Breeze.
Now we're just doing this.
When I saw it Raw for the first time when Side Piece and I went, it had been so long since they used Tyler Breeze when this song started, I looked at him and was like, whose music is this? And he was like, Erin, oh no.
I'm so gorgeous. They'll set you free. Or just my stare. What super good looking. Every hair in place. Alright, I guess we're done. Guess we're done recording. We have a couple reviews.
Was that the end of the card?
Yeah, that's it.
Alright, great.
We are not enthused, I guess, about TLC.
No, I don't really care, honestly. There was another one 2 weeks ago. Like, it is hard to be enthusiastic when they are just on fucking top of each other. It's just that season.
All up in my butt.
All up in the butt.
All right, I don't think I've read these 3. So, here we go. This one's from Thunder Evermore.
All right.
Top tier wrestling podcast. An insightful podcast with a unique perspective on professional wrestling. Erin and Stella clearly like wrestling, which puts them ahead of 90% of wrestling podcasts alone. Funny and accessible, each show feels more like a conversation with friends than a regimented review show. Worth a listen every week.
Huh. Thank you.
This one's from Maggie K. Easy on the ears. Stella and Erin are amazing hosts for this podcast that gives listeners a little bit of everything when it comes to wrestling. They make it accessible and easy and are a joy to listen to. Thanks.
Oh, that's so nice.
And this one is from Henry T. Casey. A podcast so nice, I've updated it 3 times. If I had to compare Enigma Erin and Sending Stella to a promotion, I wouldn't. Why would you do that? Not only are these hilarious hosts producing must-hear multiple times podcasts, you listen to this more than once?
I've heard a lot of people say that they listen multiple times. I know. I'm like, really? Why?
I can barely get through the podcast that
I can't even listen to a whole one anymore. I'm like, this is over an hour? I think not.
I will listen to them, but like there's some weeks I just have to skip because so many of my podcasts are topical that it like doesn't make sense to like go back and listen to them. Not only are these hilarious hosts producing must-hear multiple times podcasts, but they've got charisma for days. Even though Stella keeps going back to GFW, I'll never wish them luck on their future endeavors. Not us, GFW. Yeah, I don't know. I just really like Rosemary. Like this week I didn't have time, so I just watched the ladies.
Yeah, that's fine. That's okay.
I would watch EC3, but he's with this dumb thing with James Storm, and I just don't give a shit.
Don't give a shit.
And Eli Drake is promoing his butt off, like that's his whole thing. And Trevor Lee is there looking sour but handsome.
Sour but handsome.
Sour but handsome.
We didn't have any like emails, right?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think we're good.
Right.
Oh, also we have Not Your Demographic koozies now.
Yeah, we do.
I don't really have a way to sell them, but I guess we could figure it out if you want one. But if you're at a wrestling show, we'll just give you one. So I guess if we don't see you, have to pay us because I have to ship it to you.
Right, if you pay for shipping, we'll send it to you, basically. It's kind of how it feels.
Well, I don't know, because I have to, like, make a special trip. I feel like you have to, like, actually buy one for me to, like, go to the post office.
Well, yes, true.
That's fair.
You have, like, labor built into it. Like, the shipping labor is part of it. Right? That's how I feel like that's a reason.
I don't know. If you want one, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Once we have a Patreon, you can give us fucking money.
I got engaged. I'm very busy.
I know, you are very busy. I feel like we should just set the Patreon live and then put the video up later.
Also, like, October for, like, burlesque performers is a lot. Yeah, I have 3 shows this weekend.
That's what I'm saying. We should just open the Patreon.
Erin, I don't feel comfortable doing that.
Why?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I just don't.
She built the whole thing as I released it.
Months ago. All right, you can find us on the internet. I'm at Stella_Cheeks.
I'm at Urgency.
You can find us on notyourdemographic.tumblr.com.
You can send us an email at notyourdemo@gmail.com.
And you should find us on Cage Side Seats and also find us on iTunes where you can rate, review, and subscribe.
Yeah.
If you review, then we'll read it.
Yes, we will.
Okay, that's it.
Yep, that's it. Demis.
Yeah. I think the thing with oh no, that's not what I was gonna say. Cash's Ono.
Napa know-how.
A Napa guy knows more isn't always better, unless we're talking about full-size vans. These beasts do more than get you from A to B. They have so much space a man can live in it. With shag carpeting, waterbed, and a sweet lava lamp, these mobile abodes have all the comforts of home. With quality parts and plenty of Napa know-how, you can keep the original tiny house running longer, stronger. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.